So we're here to talk today to Sarah Morgan, who is a healthcare content consultant and someone I have known for many years in the pharmaceutical and healthcare industry. In fact, Sarah, you and I were some of the initial pharmaceutical bloggers in the early days and some of the earliest people using Twitter at conferences and stirring up trouble with social media. And in recent days, you have gone on your own to become a freelancer. So let's talk a little bit about what you do and who you do it for. First of all, give a quick summary of your role, your title as a freelancer, and the kinds of work that you do.
Okay. Yeah, as you said, healthcare content consultant. So most of my work is for digital marketing agencies and public relations agencies whose clients are all healthcare companies, pharma companies, biotech companies, medical-related clients in some way. And what I do kind of spans either, in some cases, it's strictly freelance writing. In some cases, it's content strategy. In some cases, it's more standard issue PR consulting that I'm doing for them. But it's a lot of different work, and I'm really loving it.
So you wear a number of hats, and I think that stems from the fact that you've had a history of working both on inside pharma as well with agencies. Give us a little bit of a background on where you've worked and what roles you've had.
Yeah, I started out at Johnson & Johnson back in 1997, and I stayed there for about 6 years through internships and co-ops and contract positions. From there, I moved over to a healthcare-only PR agency, and I worked there for nearly 8 years, doing largely product PR. At Johnson & Johnson, I'd done both product PR as well as internal communications. And then from the agency, I moved to Merck, where I was for 3 years doing internal communications strictly about compliance for their compliance division. And yeah, since November, I've been out on my own. So it's neat because I think I've had the opportunity to see where everybody's coming from that I'm now working with, whether that's another freelancer that I'm working alongside, whether that's the agency client, whether that's the end client at the corporation, and obviously then also there's the patient. You know, I've kind of been in all the shoes, so I'm able to keep everybody's needs in mind while I'm working, and certainly it's really helping me having that experience.
So through that journey, you've arrived at the conclusion that your strongest suit is being a content creator, and in many ways just being a utility player for other people that need someone with that level of expertise, with that ability to write, and particularly, you say, for the digital space. That's where a lot of your interest has been.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely, I've been on the client side, I've been on the agency side. I know how they do what they do. I know what they need to do. I know everything that goes into it because I've done it. But yeah, in terms of what I love best and where my sweet spot is, it's definitely getting the work done and working with my different clients that way. And yeah, when it comes to discussion about how digital technology is changing this whole space, I mean, when I first started, I was making clip books, like with scissors and Scotch tape, making clip books, and I've really seen the whole evolution of it, and it's been fantastic. And I just think that's the most interesting thing we can be talking about, how the digital space is changing everything, whether you're a patient, whether you're a healthcare provider, or whether you're one of the companies that's working on behalf of them. It's definitely my sweet spot to talk about.
So we've moved a little bit away from those clip books. So describe some of the deliverables now that you mostly work on.
Yeah,
for your clients.
Thank goodness. Right now, a lot of my deliverables are the content themselves, whether that's a series of short blog posts, whether that's a longer point of view paper, whether that's a white paper, whether that's an article of several thousand words, press releases, new business presentations. Really, it runs the gamut, but it is the bulk of what I'm doing is the digital content providing for writing information for digital consumption.
So you're very much a utility player, and you can help agencies and others who just need to offload content writing, but with some expertise and somebody that actually knows how to do it. And people can find you pretty easily online. I think your website is sarah-morgan.com.
Yep.
And I know you and I communicate on Twitter all the time. You're Sarah Morgan there, and you can be found on LinkedIn. So, Sarah, I look forward to our ongoing collaboration over the years, and hopefully the people that need your services and need your ability to produce this kind of content will find it quite easily to get a hold of you now. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Steve.